accepted. And the game's not even getting captured. 10 out of 10. Oh wait, now it is.
I was plunged into darkness.
Should I be at...
Oh.
Am I Visings? No.
They were.
Should I go on orange? Whatever. I don't know.
Okay, that works. That.
Yeah.
Hi, welcome to the Avatar Roundup. Wait, I'm saying this. This is an event that we host on the first Saturday of every month. So this first Saturday, 2nd, and next one I believe will be on the 6th of April. This is an event where you get to show off avatars. Were you working on an avatar and were you making it? Show it off. Have you just finished an avatar? Show it off. You making a cool prefab? Show it off. You found a cool public model? Do you have the author known to you, which is very easy because you can just hit view avatar? Cool. Show it off either because you find it cool or show it off on their behalf. I don't care about the context so long as you give proper credit to the person that made it. If you didn't, there's some very basic rules such as make sure the avatar is TOS. If it's not, I'll punch you really hard and your head will explode. You can show off unoptimized models, right? But like, if they're crashing people actively, maybe not that far. If it's just a little bit of a frame drop, but it's only like a quick brief show off because you're working on it, good for you. Don't crash anyone here. If you want to see more about this event, you can join the Discord, where you can also see the community meetup, which is like this, but for Worlds, but every Sunday, starting an hour in front of this one. I can also do a bunch of funny things like you accidentally saw. I can spawn in audio link, turn a wireframe on, and take everyone to the darkness. So if you need to show off audio link or emissions, not like anymore, there we go. Just tell me and I'll bend reality for you. Now, as I get everything ready, which is Microsoft Paint and the snip tool, I will make a request. Can everyone who wishes to show off start lining up here? People who want to show off the earliest go at the front. People who want to show off the latest go more to the back.
I have a time constraint. Could I go early?
Hey, Gracium, start threatening people, come on!
Oh my god.
Bad news, somebody will have to go last.
Everyone, spread out wide. Spread out a bit. Snipping tool. Okay, snipping tool, come on. There we go. Take a screenshot of this. Copy. Paste. Now, if everyone but Papa can go back to your seats because you, my good sir, you're presenting! Execution is later.
Alright, wait. Hey everyone. So my name is Papa and I have 3 avatars, and the first one I want to show you is my penguin. I changed my design just a bit more like a daily penguin. I have a new tail, I have a new body shape, and a new spin dash ball, and yeah, that's all it. I do like a new design because it makes it more like a real penguin. But anyways, I'm gonna move on to a next avatar. That is a bug. This avatar is called the Autumn. This is called the Autumn Whistler. It has a toggle for desktop in VR. So if you're on desktop, you will look like this. But you want VR, you will look like this. It can be a toggle. So if you're on desktop, you could just be this, or unless you don't care, you just have like hands showing. I'll show my cool halberd. It's a very nice melee weapon I've made, because I actually do love these medieval weapons. They're pretty cool. It is like a polearm, but it's just like with an axe for a head. It took me time to revamp the model, because it was acting a bit weird. So it's still in progress and it's missing a few things, but the halberd is there and the toggles are there. Even though you can hide the weapon, and when you're about to attack, it was like nah. Cool. And a third avatar that you might like is this really cool mole.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, it's a really cool. Yeah, I'm a fat beast. I'm fat.
Oh man.
So I'll show you the. So it does have a glow effect, but it's nothing really important. It's just whenever you're in a pinch dark, you can just glow and people can see you. It's public, by the way. I need to turn on the avatar cloning. Yeah, one sec. All right. So now the toggles. We got a banjo, cause I like banjos. It kind of the mole kind of gives me inspiration from the inspiration of banjo from Banjo and Kazooie. Kind of gives me that vibe. So I made a banjo. We got some expressions. We got angry. It's a yeah. Let me just
Reverse gripping the banjo. Oh.
Yeah, that really hurts my wrist.
All right. So if you don't hurt your fingers.
Yeah,
All right.
You really need to mess up your wrist to be able to hold it.
It's kind of hard, but anyways, the facial expression. So you got angry, happy, sad, and a really spooked face, and dead.
No.
All right, let me just put the camera back here. So, and here's the cool toggle you can have. It's public, and you could do a drill form.
Ooh.
So whenever you're going fast, you can just be like in action. It's like, whoa, and then you jump out. It's like, whee! Cool stuff.
True shit.
All right, I'll be saving this one for last because this is a cool armor set. Let me just excuse me 1 sec. There you go. So this is a cool armor set I've made not so long ago. It looks very nice. And the reason I have this, the reason I have the armor plates because check out this bad boy I have.
Whoa. Hell yeah.
So I'll tell you how it works. So when you spawn a turret, there are some controls. You can look right, left, up, and down. Fortunately, they don't have polygons because something broke it. Anyways, bye-bye. Anyway, towers. It's a really big tower. Sorry if I have to move the camera. Alright, let's put it there. So that you can actually this also has a broken particle, but don't worry, that'll be fixed if I have a chance. But okay, so imagine this. So can I have a volunteer to pretend to be a monster? All right. So pretend the monster is there. Wait.
See if I can.
The host is a real monster in this event, right?
I got a beast.
Okay.
Beast.
Okay, for example, you're playing this. Well, some worlds allow you to attack monsters with particles. So what if you have like lots of enemies, like this big boss there, and then you could defend yourself by toggling the taser. It does area of effect. So I'll say this wide as it can reach. So yeah, so if you're using a turret, be sure you have a towel with you so you can be safe. Anyways, that's all it. Oh, you alright? Anyways. Yep, so that's it. Probably like the mall. Because I worked pretty hard on that avatar. It's public, and I thought of putting it into my avatar world. But yeah, thanks for listening, and thank you for trying out the moles. Go.
Hell yeah.
The emotes are missing.
The emotes?
Emote.
The emotes, yeah, they're supposed to be like Team Fortress 2 taunts here, but they're all labeled. They're
I see.
Team Fortress 2 taunts, but they're default.
Wait. I love that every time I show this off, I forget to present rules. Don't worry, you didn't break anything. Yours was really well timed, but I forget to say 15 minutes per thing. You took like... No, you didn't do anything. You only took like... You were like 11 minutes in when we started 15, so you...
Oh, thank God.
Anyway. You can win with these people, anyway. Next up on the list is, scribble them out in paint. Crazium.
Oh. Me? What?
Mr. Wonka.
Mr.
Don't call me that.
Experience.
Yes, let me show you the entire Willy Wonka experience today. So I have filled my one avatar a year quota early this year. 2024 is gonna be my year. So you might be thinking, what avatar is it? It's the same exact one as this one! But kind of nicer looking. Oh my god, new haircut! Oh, I've got the new jacket. I've got the Tims. I've got the retextured, slightly nicer looking pants. It's great, and I've got enough craziness on my head to entertain a whole lobby for at least 5 minutes.
There's a walking skimboard.
Exactly. I'm a toddler busy bored. I'm ADHD's best friend. It's great. So I guess starting just with some of the stuff that's continuing on from my previous avatar. Starting off with the Super VR Ball. Now using the actual Super VR Ball model. Thank you, Blue Aces. If you put the ball through the goal, I sprout a little bit of confetti from my head, and also it plays the little Super VR Ball sound effect. So it's just whenever I need confetti, I can just grab onto the ball, throw it through, and there we go. Next up, one of the newer things, I had this little coin, which is a logo from a game that I worked on a couple years ago. I wanted to add some functionality to it, so I made it a kind of heads or tails type of thing. So whenever it lands on the cube in the front, that is heads, and the orange is tails. So it's just like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a question. Heads, this avatar is pretty cool. Tails, it's not. Damn. Alright. Back to the drawing board. Yeah, I really should rig this, is what I'm thinking. The stopwatch and the feathers don't do anything yet. This avatar is about 95% complete. I've been kind of chipping at it a little bit from time to time this month. But the plan with the stopwatch is to be able to set 10, 15-minute, 30-minute timers within worlds and all of that, just so I don't have to constantly be looking down on my watch or my OVR like timer and being like, oh, uh-oh, 5 minutes left.
Well, how are you gonna look at the timer on your head?
Well, I'll have it like sprout confetti or something, so I could go into the expressions menu, just set like a 5-minute timer, and then after 5 minutes, it'll just start yelling at me, "Crazy, the time is up!" And then next up on my head is the Magic 8 Ball, which honestly hasn't changed much from my previous avatar. Let me bring the camera up nice and close. Hey, Magic 8 Ball, am I cool? Oh, wow, that's the first time it's ever answered yes to that. I'll take it.
Are you saying it's a liar?
It is. When I first made the Magic 8 Ball, it said, no, definitely not, or something like that. So that's that, and then next up is this little DVD screen. It's always funny whenever I go into instances and stuff. People won't be looking. They won't be looking at me. They'll be looking a little to the left of me. And I always know that they're looking at the DVD screen.
No, it's a crash screen.
It has a very rare chance to do so. About a 1 in 255 chance every 30 seconds. So if you see it hit the corner, congrats. Another new thing on this avatar, on the old one I had this disc, which I believe right now it should be synced up to the Krasco logo. However, I can now push it into my head, and it switches out to something like Kirby Air Ride. Or if I push it back in again, it's now Splatoon 1. Push it in again, and now it's a GameCube disc of Pikmin 2. So I wanted to kind of include all of the objects around my head represent me in some way, shape, or form. So I wanted to include my 3 most favorite game series in some way as well. And so I decided to have the disc. And now the part that took me about 6 hours to set up, and is the reason why I never want to update this avatar again, for a fear that I have to set it up again, the bird pet counter. As far as I know, this is still the only Quest compatible counter on an avatar. It is extremely unoptimized, using 40 plus blend shapes, a 7 each for each digit. And it saves between all instances and stuff. So this counter is brought over from my old avatar, and in about a 2-year or nearly 2-year period, we've gotten 50,000 bird pets on this avatar. Now going to all the fun expression menu stuff. I guess continuing off with the bird pet counter. If I don't want people petting the bird, I can just let him go into a little flight mode, where he just kind of flies alongside me.
Are you saying you can't pet a flying bird?
You can't. Have you ever tried petting a flying bird? I haven't, but I assume that if you tried to pet a flying bird, it would just kind of fall to the ground. All right. So then we have the default expressions such as being sad. Always good to have that one around. And then another thing from my old avatar that I brought back, the ability to look around and being able to puppeteer my own face. But with this one a little bit, I wanted to make it so my face appeared a bit more curvature, so you can kind of see that if my eyes get to like closer to the side of the head, they either shrink or grow, depending on how far from the edge they are. Now, let's see. Let's go into some more advanced expressions. Look deep into my eyes. I'll share a magic trick.
Are you okay?
I don't think I'm fine. I have full free control of my entire face now. and I'm still adding on to this because right now I can only move the eyes around the face, the eyes and mouth around.
What if you move
However,
around
in the
everything
future-
after having moved it around?
Well, it's so if I move everything off of the face, let's there you go, and then I move the entire face. No face now. Whoa, way to go! I can't see. But, this is the main reason why I say the avatar is only about 95% done, because I have a long bunch to make this face as expressive as possible. In the future, I want to add I want to add toggles for being able to stretch, squish, enlarge, shrink the eye, and all of that. But I just haven't gotten around to doing that quite yet. And so the last thing on this avatar, I have a bunch of idle animations that cycle through every minute. Initially, I wanted them to happen when I wouldn't talk for about 3 minutes. But as it turns out, I never shut up, so nobody ever gets to see the idle animations. So now they just cycle through every minute. And somebody give me a number 1 through 7.
69.
32
That is not a number 1 through 7.
5.
I heard 7, 5, and 1. All right.
Oh man, he's a collapse
Oh, Windows is loading again. Oh.
I'll just cycle through the rest since there's only a few more to show off. I'm still making a lot of these. This is another reason why the avatar is only like 95% done. But if you have any suggestions for more, the only, I guess, limit is that I'm dealing with 3 face components, so I can morph and do whatever with that.
I like that one. Obviously, I like that one.
Oh,
Shoot it! Shoot it! Shoot it!
target.
Oh. Oh no. Oh.
And that is all of the idle animations I have at the moment. And that pretty much concludes my new. Oh wait, no, I have one more surprise. I guess I have 2 more things. Just I guess another thing is putting all of my community meetup notifications on here is always important. Such as this one, that's completely important. And then the last thing is my biblically accurate form when I can fly.
Oh god.
The biblically
You
accurate.
can either see these as wings or claws.
What about that
Scary
polygon
either way.
sticking out right in front of your face?
Limit for the voice box.
That so the is there a vertical limit to the voice box? That was on my original avatar, but I kind of always. Originally, it was an idea somebody gave me. It was like, oh, you should have the body be toggleable and just have the head part. And I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. And then it resulted in this, and I've never looked back because this is a better result that I could have ever hoped for. And that's pretty much all of the new stuff with this avatar. I have filled my 1 avatar quota a year. I won't make another avatar until 2025. Yeah. Yeah! Woo! That's it. Oh, thank you.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my damn. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Oh, you didn't talk about the stickers on the back.
The sticker. Get back up there.
You got 3 minutes left.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I could quickly. Someone may have to position the camera. Either that or. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll stand very still. There's all of the stickers on the back. So I've got all of these fancy stickers. Most of them are just kind of logos that I've made for my own branding over the past year and don't mean too much. But we've also got stuff like the community meetup and Avatar Roundup. Don't assault my computer screens. You know how expensive those are?
your cut.
But yeah, just some nice little sticker designs that I wanted to include. Most of them just kind of involving my face in some way, shape, or form, as if I don't show my face in enough places. All right, let me ask the Magic 8-Ball. Is that it? Am I done? Cannot predict now. All right, perfect. There you go. See, I wanted to make this as expressive as possible, but who knew that the only amount of expressiveness I could make was really dumb faces. But yeah, that's it. Thank you again. I think that's actually it.
Right. Next one up. Oh, he's the only one that posed for the photo. You lot could learn a lesson from him. Next up is Inevitable.
Yeah, for real.
Drip or drown, brother. You are swimming.
My arms up, pose.
Hello. There's not much to do. I only have one avatar to show off today. This guy right here. I made him for an RP, and I'm not much of one of those, but I wanted to try it out, and I have to make something from scratch every time I do something. So this is a character that I designed and modeled and textured all completely from scratch. He's public right now. I don't know if I'm going to keep him public if you guys want to try him out at any point. But yeah. The first thing, oh my god. He's a little scuffed. He's a little unfinished, so there are some issues. Especially with the Unity aspects of him. I'm not a Unity guy. I kind of stink at Unity. So it's very easy to break his toggles. So be gentle, okay? Please, I'm begging you. He's got the first thing, he's got a bunch of different eyes, and all the eyes look around separately. There's one big eye in the top of the head, and then there's also another eye in the back too. So he'll always see you. He can always see you. If you don't want to look around, there's a toggle to turn off the animation so you could just look, so you don't look so spastic all the time. You could just use all your eyes to look at one thing. Next thing, he can make a little shadow blade on his hand. You can see his fingers through there. Don't worry about that. I'm fixing that. Don't look at that. Okay? Don't worry.
Look at it.
But he's also got a big eye in there too. I'm telling you, he can see you. He can always see you. And then the rest of the stuff, like I said, this is for like an RP thing. I wanted to make him more of like a healer type thing since he's like super like nature. He's a nature guy. So whenever he wants to use any of his healing abilities, he has to toggle the healing mode on, and it changes his little antlers into bigger trees. Fun little thing. And like that has to be turned on if you want to use the rest of the stuff. His little like thing, you can heal people with touching them. It just kind of looks like goopy slime right now. That's because I don't know how shaders work. It will look better soon, trust me it will. But right now his hands just kind of have a slimy film on them, and they look really gross. But that's besides the point. The other thing he can do, this is it actually, in terms of Unity stuff. They can grow little berries on his bush tail. And when he does that, you can also grab them with your hand. I forgot which hand it was, apparently. So, I mean, that's basically it, really. There's not much else going on.
Do they taste good?
I guess the other thing there's worth talking. Of course they do. Of course. I'm offended that you would even ask. Oh my god. I guess the only other thing really worth talking about is the little animation I made for when he goes into different forms. One of my friends showed me how to make blend shapes that are dependent on one another. So these are entirely blend shape dependent. So there's no like bones controlling them, which allows me to basically do like whatever I want to do. And it uses multiple blend shapes that are dependent on one another. So there's one blend shape that grows them out, and then another blend shape that goes up. I think that's about it, really. Oh, one other thing is you can grab your tail and become like an. Hold on. Oh shit.
Where did he go?
You could pose your tail and just become a bush.
Oh.
That's it. A bush that can walk around and do little dances.
Where did he go?
Where'd he go? Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Thank you for listening.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh damn. Next up on the list should be let me check. Nerd Cooper, and I remember I heard people talking about having time constraints. Does anyone past Nerd Cooper, which is just Froth, Down, Zeke, or Pylon, have time constraints?
I do.
Because I think we've just done all the people with time constraints. If that's the case, then okay, right, Nerd Cooper, go.
You can go.
Alright, so, you know the deal by now. I make robots, and here's my latest one. This is Mitch, a robot based on keychain toys. Tamagotchis for the arms and face, generic plush toy for the everything on the lower body, and then the key on the back. But the key is not just a key, it's a gun, a laser gun.
Oh.
And my cloning is on, of course, so you can try. And all 10 buttons on it work. Let's start with this hand. The innermost button here is random color selection. It's not synced, sadly. And the middle one is random saturation. And the outermost one is reset. And then on this hand, the innermost one is toggling the key on, middle one fires it, and the outermost one turns it off again.
Well, random color did seem to be synced
as well. And sorry, what?
Random color did seem to be synced, but not the second button.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, well. But yes, you can control the key from either the arm or from with your gestures and menu. And of course, then there's a manual hue shifting and manual saturation, and 5 different skins, all of which are hue shiftable, and also audio link. Wait, shit, I forgot the rest of the buttons. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. So this button the button on the chest, turns you off. And back on again. I'm on.
No, you need somebody else to turn you on.
Turns you on. The bottom one turns you off. And the cheek buttons make you do random faces.
Ooh.
But you can also do the faces manually with your gestures. Like, positive faces are on this hand, negative faces are on this hand. There's 3 positives here, 5 negatives here. I have a standardized gesture set up for this, so if you've ever used any one of my previous avatars, you already know which faces are on which bits. Oh, hello, someone's messing with my buttons. Yes, then, the audio link. Can we get audio link and darkness in here?
Oh, and darkness after...
Okay, so...
Oh, look at that.
Okay.
Blinking.
Yeah, the buttons are on bass and the screens are on treble. And you can toggle it on and off. And... Alright. That's enough of that. Back to daylight, please.
Okay.
Then, another thing I can show is a commission that I finished around 3 weeks ago. So, this was a commission for Armored Insecta. This is Sonia, one of his OCs. A submarine. And this was the second time I ever made a character based off of someone else's reference sheet. So it was a really good learning experience. And there's the usual facial stuff here as well, just... Hello. Scared face. I keep forgetting the gestures on this one because it's not following my scheme.
It's following what they requested, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's not many features on this one. Just the faces and basic emotes, and that's about it. Alright, that's it.
Very cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah! 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 Yeah,
Alert NPR Shaden! Yeah! Also might pest you for that beam sound effect, as it's quite nice and I might want it.
Oh, it's the link beam from Unreal Tournament 2004.
Ah, right. If you could send me over a sound file at some point, that'd be nice.
I can do it right now, actually.
Oh, base. If it's not too inconvenient, not for profit or you're next.
Oh, hello. Okay, so this month I was gonna show something, but got way too complicated for me to finish, so I decided I'll just make something in a day. So I had a bunch of ideas in my head, and so I made something that uses a lot of constraints and is more of an experimental design, kind of play around with like different kinds of like weird things you can do with constraints. And so the idea is that like all of the limbs have something going on with like how that like you'll have like the pivot for like the elbow or the knees, and then just lots of parts that kind of follow your wrists or your feet in this case. And it was just sort of something I had in my head, and I was like, I gotta get this onto the computer. And it's just I think it's just really fun because it's so wonky. It's like I think I would probably make like a different avatar for each one of the designs I had for each limb, but I just wanted to get them all in just to see how they looked, because like I had the concept. I figured, well, if I set the pivot off at this axis with this joint, it should do something, but I wasn't sure what it was going to be, and so I just threw it all together. I basically started modeling this like on Friday, and then just wanted to throw it in for something to show today. And yeah, it's definitely weird, very asymmetrical. Just put in some basic hands and stuff. And I really wanted to know what would happen if you put your neck joint above your head, hanging from something. It kind of works. Yeah, not much for like expressions or shaders or anything really. It's just a really basic bunch of shapes that I really wanted to put together into a crazy creature of something. It is kind of like interesting figuring out like what happens when you have like 13 constraints on like a bunch of half spheres that all kind of are looking to follow just one extra part. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Wanted to be able to have something to show this month because I'm trying to do an avatar for every one of these for the year. But we'll see if I actually pull that off though. But that's my current goal. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just a really weird guy. Ooh. All right, thank you.
Next up, I was going to insert myself in the middle, but we had so many people with time constraints that I kind of put myself a bit far from the middle, so I'll go next and knock everything out quickly because I barely do toggles, but I've been learning to do more. First off, as what I'm in, I've been toying around with NPR and matte caps a lot more. So I wanted to just try out a different method of shading for this little creature, which I think works. Because the previous method, which still looks nice in my opinion, but can mess up in different worlds, was just purely metallic and roughness on like flat colors. But matte caps kind of go hard. We go to my other things I made this month. I've been very bored, and I've been learning how to model things more proportionally. One of the things I made this month was, I vaguely tried recreating ink from Batman Beyond, because I realized, hey, the rim light would be really easy to do. However, it is a bit proportionally off, admittedly, but that is because I tried modeling a character whose entire gimmick is changing their proportions every 5 seconds because they're a shapeshifter. So, hush! This one's also public if anyone wants it. Stop making fun of me. Yay! Once again, been messing around with more proportionate stuff. Also learning more Substance Painter and just making random one-off character designs, such as this vile thing, this evil beast. Tried giving it like a purple tongue texture texture-wise, but it's not really that noticeable, unfortunately. Though I do have, because this body is so generic, I do have another uploaded version of a different kind of design, just using the same body that more or less curb stomps this, which was me trying out matte caps again, because I wanted to see if I could make something that looks a bit like slime, which I did have a slime matte cap on, so that worked. And this thing also actually has expressions, because it has movable eyes instead of the buttons I was using prior.
Is the specular highlight also in the matte cap?
I think, I'm gonna be honest, I just kind of threw the matte cap on there and looked at sliders in uni and was like, this looks cool. This looks cool. So I've probably I've done 8 things technically wrong, but I'll fix that. I also started making a lot of weird one-off robot designs. This thing, which I tried this shape, and I thought it worked out.
Thought it worked out.
Until I realized the trying to do perfect ball joints kind of hurts, because I did a perfect ball joint for the spine, which I don't think you should. I don't think that is desirable, because rotations and all of that feels really weird. I also made a more stereotypical looking old as shit robot with substance painter, which I think this also worked out.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Face was kind of admittedly in it. I need to do more, I need to add more toggles, I want to mess around with this thing, but for now, this is all it is. I'll add toggles later, I swear! I never do. And then the one I actually put a bit more elbow grease into was this one, this base. Because I got more shape work going in with the arms. I basically just made 3 robots and then stitched them all into one with some new pieces, which this one actually has expressions using this tiny little face. By,
Ooh.
Okay.
And then, of course, best for... Working with 2 shapes is awesome. And then I messed up on one of the meshes. I think I accidentally dragged, because I used substance to bake the textures, I accidentally dragged one of these elbows out, so the textures there are a bit fucked up. But aside from that, it's got one other retexture which I might use more often, which is just military camo and then red and yellow, or digital camo I think it was called. And then of course the fit.
Based. Yo.
Oh, hang on, the camera's got to see the...
What's the shirt?
Hey, you should take the world camera up the 2 and 2. No, Peep, you forgot the world camera added.
Fine. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's show the people. Let's show the people.
Yes.
It's the fit. It's the fit. And then what should be the last model, second to last model, I'm starting to add more toggles, mainly because I'm starting to mess around with more shaders. This is an example. I was kind of like, for the entirety of making this thing, really indecisive on what color to go for. So when I uploaded it, I did kind of just add a hue shift. So if I'm feeling bored of one look, I can go to another. And then also barrier thing. You can do a lot with just messing around with Poyomi. I wish I need to find another shader that isn't Poyomi, because I tried doing the realistic thing and it's heavily impacted my metallic ball joint limbs. So if anyone can find a shader that does what Poyomi does but isn't Poyomi, that'd be awesome. And the final thing I gotta show off is more or less a gift I got, but it's a model you can get from someone else's end, and it's actually their birthday right now, so throw them like 5,000 USD for no specified reason over PayPal or something. You can find them on Booth, and their name is Paintedly. Good friend, this is the base model. They have a public one now that's a test, but I don't have that. Let me just reset the model fully, actually. Oh, it puts those on by default. It's just this fun little model you can find on Booth. And I've been lounging around in it, and it's very comfortable. It's a lovely gift. I've got a lot of... Hang on. I've got a lot of facial expressions on this thing that are just fun shapes. The freak? Oh, I didn't even notice there were like glowing emissions on the Viziums. That's even cooler. And there are, and when you buy the version, you get a bunch of retextures, and skins you can use per se as a default. One of these is custom, which is this one, because me colors, yay! But alongside that, you're also given a slider for the body hue. The body is saturation. The choice to use reflections, which you can also adjust, or matte caps, and then outline opacity. And then also for the lights, of course, you've got light color, light saturation, party mode, and then just turning them off completely. But that is about it. All I've done is I've added a custom texture and some clothing.
It burns when I pee, ouch.
What the hell?
You can find them on Booth. Their name is Paintably. Give them all of your money.
Go a little bit backwards.
Standing outside of the voice thing.
You can find them on Booth. You can find them on Booth. Their name is Paintably. Give them all of your money. Give it all, and also wish them a happy birthday. That is all for me. Like lightning round. Next up is Down Lyric. You may take the stage.
Hello, thank you, Peep. Alrighty. As per usual with some of my avatars, I do give a copyright warning, as there may be audio involved at some points. Just for any of those recording streaming. Alright, so first things first, I wanted to show off. And
I hope Benzo's not gonna be in trouble, the AFK.
We had VRChat prom recently. Me and Koopa were both there. It went fantastically. VR prom, we had over triple-digit visitors, and I made a custom avatar just for prom, where for one day, I got to be a real boy. I got to be a real boy for one day. I made this fella. It was beautiful. Of course, I'm still at heart a Lepidoptera. There we are.
So different.
And it came with a couple fun toggles. For example, I can duplicate myself. Hello there. Yes, 6 of me to break it down on the dance floor. And I've got emission mode for brighter colors. Heart toggles because it was a combination of prom and Valentine's Day. And of course, thanks from Lyric D Lyric, I borrowed the goggles and they have a blinking animation to them. So I can still be wacky and kooky inside of it. I also brought a dance floor for my own dancing purposes. And of course, I brought my relatives, which seem to... Oh, there they are. They're fluttering around. That was... Yep. It went successfully. It went great. And I'm happy to say I ended up winning Prom Emperor there while I was there.
Funny
There's
thing.
Prom King, Prom Queen, and then Prom Emperor. And after Prom Emperor was crowned, there was the blood ritual where all the prom doors in the auditorium were locked, and the beasts were unleashed to consume the audience, as Koopa will recall. It was quite amazing. Additionally, alongside that, I made some updates to my old 5D moth. I chose to revisit it. This is called the 5D moth because it's got a couple different outfits to it. What appear to be outfits are in fact different me's existing in the same place at the same time. And how that works is simply like this. Let's see here. World constraint. There we are. Let's add some color to this. It works like this. Just as a reminder, let me go ahead and take that box and set it to vertical long, like this.
Oh. Oh, okay.
What?
Just a flashback on how some of this works. And I just primarily here to show the updates with this fella, which is this. It's recommended you face head on for this part, peep. Let's see. Let's see here. Here we are. Shifting space. Let's see if we can get shifting space working.
Is this head on?
Oh, wait.
Head on. Toggle 4D cube. Here we are.
Oh.
We have the 4D cube.
What?
Go ahead and take a walk. Go ahead and take a walk around this, if you'd like. Here we are.
Oh yeah, Bento, copyrighted music
Something interesting
warning.
going on with red. Let me see if I can fix red here.
Whoa.
Ooh,
What the fuck? What?
red goes. There we go. And it seems shifting spaces. Then I've got shifting spaces to show that these fellas can move location. I'm noticing a bit of a glitch happening in this world though, so that's fun. It's colored boxes probably interfering with it. And then he flips up to the ceiling.
Oh.
Yep. And finally, I need a volunteer for the last one here. I'm going to go. Oh, sweet, I have a penguin. Penguin, would you like to meet the Mies? Here.
Oh yeah.
Let's surround you. Here, take a step back.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Welcome. Oh. Yes. All around you. Shifting
sorry.
dimensions, shifting realities. Yup. He's much further back. Alright. That's that fella. And I've got one more to show off right here. To make sure to try to get with the times. Timetables, time frames. Let's see. I've got, where is the fella? Here we are. I'm not sure if I ever showed this one. I may have long ago, but I am not positive. Here we are. It's working as intended. There we are. Let me adjust. So, you can see me here. Don't mind the scuffness. It's necessary for it to function. Got that.
Whoa. What?
Hello. This is my proximity.
Oh, it's only visible close by.
And I also come with some tools. For example. There we are. Let's get some nice calm relief in here. There we are. So as you can see, you want to bring this, let me see if I can bring this closer. There we are. I have a bench, a lamp system that only works if you're nearby. I also have, let's see, proximity-based audio. Let's see if I can get this working here. White toggle proximity block. I've got, there we are. Black proximity fog. Radial.
Wow,
I can add a gray fog tunnel. Radial black proximity fog onto it.
That
And once
thing
you're in
is
my area, you're just
broken with
joining
a
me waiting
streaming
for the
camera, I
bus.
think, or something.
It's proximity based.
Am I here?
Oh,
Seems to have It seems to mess
The fog?
when I'm not in the proximity.
Yeah.
Well, this is cool.
Ah, okay. I can disable the fog tunnel. That might do it. Though it uses the same properties as the bench there. And I've got a white walkway there. So essentially, I'm just waiting for the bus. I'm thinking of adding a bus that only exists in proximity to arrive on a time schedule. I just wanted to make an avatar where I could just exist in a corner of the room and somebody walks by and finds themselves in a different space for a moment of calm.
Nice.
Yeah, I also came with radio clouds and radio raindrops. So these only exist within a certain radius. Now, it may cover most of this room, but going up the flight of stairs may make it disappear. There we are. And that is what this fella do. I just wanted to make waiting for the bus in the rain. I've got a couple other projects I'm working in the background, but hopefully I can make more progress and show those fellas next month. Otherwise, thank you all for your time, and I'll leave it to give it back to Peep. Peep, you're up. I disappear into the...
Thank you, Parpar, for volunteering.
Right, let me check who's next on this here list I've curated. Next up on the list is Zeke, if they are still here somewhere in the crowd. I'll take that.
What's up? So this is my main avatar. It's got all sorts of little gimmicks and such that are mostly like references to things, like logos and such. But the main thing that I want to show off is this little fairy. It is very clearly inspired by Navi, and it's got some movement that it'll do. Basically randomizes on like a rotational point. There it goes, now it started moving. And the movement, the frequency that it moves is actually adjustable. So right now it is set to move every 10 seconds or so. It'll find a new position. And there's kind of presets that are based on a radial. So it's like a 1 in 6 at the lowest, and you can increase that to a 2 in 6, 3 in 6, and 4 in 6, and so on to change how often you want it to move around. But the main gimmick, and the reason it's inspired by Navi, I'll need people to come a little bit closer because it's about a 5-meter range.
It's still visible in the
so
camera.
You,
should
for
be.
instance, when I look at you, I'm Z-targeting you, and now Navi is over your head.
Yeah.
And I can look at Ghost, target them, Yumi. So it's just a contact that extends out, attaches to someone's head, and then tracks to them. When I'm not looking at someone, it comes back to me, floats around. There's a couple. It uses basic constraint follower systems, but also some Fizzbone logic for the motion, so that like when it is moving around, it's on kind of a pendulum, so it has a lot of motion to it, and it's fairly well optimized because the Fizzbone that drives the motion also drives the wings, so it's basically just one Fizzbone, and as it moves around, the wings also move fairly naturally, and I can kind of play with it like a cat toy. And I just, as I look around, it moves around through the world. I will, at some point, be cleaning it up as a system that I can release. Probably won't look exactly like this. I want my design to be my own. But yep, that's what I wanted to show off. Little fairy friend. Yay.
Little creature, little beast.
Well, the goof. Creatures.
Oh no, he's gone feral.
So you mean default?
Oh, you see the tornado.
That's fucking default state.
Next up on the list in the final for round 1, question mark, we'll see, is Pylon.
take it.
So, what I made, not anything too crazy, too wild, you know. So, my friend Big, would always draw me as a silly little creature. So I made it into a real avatar. It's still a work in progress right now. It's a little bit jank, but you know, that's fun. You know, just yeah. So I'd like to thank Big for the help with the design, and and yeah, that's kind of it. That's it's yeah. I just need to clean it up a little bit. I guess I'm thinking about adding eye tracking. That'd be cool. Yeah. And I don't know, since the last time I was here, I had an unfinished avatar. I guess I'll just show off that finished. Yeah, okay. Rad. Oh yeah, it's all one material, all one model. Yeah. Okay. Thank y'all for coming to my TED Talk. Okay.
And with that, round 1 is what I will say has concluded as... I see we've gained a lot of people from whence we started, because I'm starting to start earlier, because we're getting more people earlier. That being said, we're going to do a second wave. If anyone maybe built up confidence during that to want to show off their stuff, or went, snap, actually, I have stuff to show off that I didn't show off, we may start another gathering. Same rules as before. TOS, blah blah blah. Don't crash me, blah blah blah. Keep your clothes on, blah blah blah. And starting from there to there, stacking based on how much time you're gonna spend. No, not how much time. Like how early you want to go. So I will make a little 10-second countdown, and if no one is there, we don't do a round 2 and I just show off the one thing I forgot to show off. If someone's there, we do a round 2. Once again, start there to be early, start there to be later. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. You speed, est, organize yourselves, you're colliding. You're colliding, Don't worry, bro. I can fit in space, hang on. There you go. Like a bug under my heel, I'll squish you under my boot. Right. Remember, same rules as before, 15 minutes, blah blah blah. Mode. New snip, right. I think that got everyone. Bro, there's an there's an actual bug on the thing. Speed. Right. Everyone but Papa, round 2 may return. I will call you up when you are needed. Come here.
Think this avatar does, or is that TOS? I don't know.
Hey, I forgot to show you this really cool bird I've made.
Yeah. Do you think that?
Yeah, I made this really cool bird. It's a red-crowned crane bird, and I modeled it because I was bored. There's nothing much. A VR edition and that stuff. It's clonable if you want to give it a try, unless you want to have it.
Hell yeah.
But I just don't have any ideas at the moment. But yeah, anyways, bye.
What a creature! What a beast! Jelly, get on the stage!
Creature?
Now!
Thank you! Hi, I'm Chili. I make 3D models from scratch. So I guess first thing to show off is this model. Marino made it as a gift. is really cool. It has like a little nose boop, my ears wiggle, and then I also went and added different facial expressions and stuff. So I have like a little happy and like a little like ooh face for troublemaking, and then the classic grumpy, which kind of reminds people of a cat, which is funny. But yeah, other than that, not much on this. I guess one thing that's an awkward angle. I'm really short. I'm sorry. No, I'm not.
Cameron, you were.
Fuck. Sorry, anxiety. So the other ones I have, one I've had for a while, but I guess has been officially on booth for like a little while now. This is a panda model. Oh, let me switch into a different version of it if I can find it. So it's a little panda. I call it Ramona. Basically some pretty simple stuff on it. Just really like hair toggle, like a shorter and a longer. You can take the shirt on and off. It has actually just, I think it just says panda written in like heavy metal text, which took me a really long time to do, because writing in heavy metal text is hard. And then there's also things like a feet changer, just in case people like more small, like bean feet. I try to make things with a lot of like sliders, so there's like thighs, things like chub, one to give it a little more of a behind, or things like thinner. I have one to change the size of the nose to make it like bigger or smaller. Are those the ears? But so there's one for like a bigger nose. No. Hi. One for like one for the ears and stuff if you just want something smaller that looks more like an otter. I got a little fluff. And then that's pretty much it for this one. You can see like the text on the shirt if I can angle this correctly, but I can't. There we go. And you can take the shirt on and off and everything too. And then textures I try to make easy to edit. So if anyone ever wants like files or anything, I always just hand those out. And then the last thing is a commission I actually finished up. Let me see, there we go. So this is someone's character for roleplay. Here we go. He's like a deer character. He has not really a ton on him, but he took quite a while to do because it's a lot of heavy detail. So he has, first off, he has skeleton hands, which taught me I never want to model a skeleton ever again. That was the worst. That took so long and took so long to look right. But I have to try to have like little textures and stuff done through Substance Painter, things like that. I have a blunt shape on the teeth to make them bigger, and it pushes the lip up as well. And then, other than that, just basic facial expressions. Things like a snarl, things like that, and they all work with the bigger teeth as well. And yeah, other than that, his eyes glow in the dark. I'll probably go back and add just like the blood texture for fighting or stuff if like the person who commissioned me is okay with that. But yeah, it's pretty much it. Yeah.
Remember when I showed off like 8 million avatars at once and I was like, yeah, I'm done. I wasn't. There was one. I missed but one.
Stop lying
And
to us.
That'll be.
How are you doing the team skull dance there?
Funny. Where is it? Where? Found it. I'm gonna wait for it to load in to make sure I have all the toggles off because I want to have them as surprises. Right. Funny character design. I really like the trope of living swords, so I made this thing. But if I made it just a sword with a hand puppet with funny, you know, funny animations and toggles, I don't think that'd be enough. so I decided to give it a body. And if you can't tell what the theme is from just the body alone, it'll become increasingly obvious. The blade has a certain color scheme to it, a core. I still gotta work on toggles because I plan, I've made the bones for each side of the blade because they're not separate, different bones. So hypothetically, I should be able to parent constraint both sides to be able to go on here, like this, floating next to my wrist, so I can essentially have, like, funny wrist blade things, question mark, that can, you know, take a swing at people. And also, alongside that, a bit of a glow toggle, because that was fun, because this is also my, this is my sandbox. I'm using this as a little bit of a sandbox to understand Pyomi better. Don't do that, because my project bricked, apparently, from doing this. I just deleted Pyomi, and I was fine, and then I re-imported it, and I was fine. Mixed feelings now. Probably, this is why I want a different shader. I've also got toggles for little glowy bits, and if you couldn't tell by, like, the creepy weird themes, the numerous eyes, and the general color palette of this, scruncular beast.
Oh.
Yeah. I also just thought the idea of a character design where a creature or a thing is calling themselves a holy blade, and not because they're the left hand of a god, but because they are literally a holy blade, was kind of funny. The only thing I didn't really do myself is the sword clash particles and the spin sound, because this is gonna be a flashbang. Particle is Elden Ring sword clash. Sound effect is Slave Knight Gale's greatsword for the hit, and then for the spin, Anton Blast. If you can hear the sound from that distance, which I will just
We can, I think. I've been able
Okay,
to.
cool.
Ah! Stop hitting me!
Oh.
Anyway, that's about it. I just wanted to quickly throw that in because I forgot. Next up on the list is Den.
I'm not sure
Page
if I
is
should go
yours.
last because I had like 5 avatars I wanted to show off.
Alright. Gotcha. Okay, we'll skip over you for now and move on to the next person, then after we've done the last person, we'll go back to you. Este? If I'm Este? Whatever. However it is your nickname is abbreviated.
Este is fine. Yeah.
Got it.
Good. Hello. So, I'm Este, and I also make models from scratch. I've been working on models for quite some time. Several years. One of my best works that I consider one of my best works would be this one. A bit big. So this is it's an original idea that I had when my friends told me that, I should make something dragon, but a big kind of dragon, because people really like those. And I wanted to make it for my store, because I do have a Gumroad as well. And I figured, hey, something people like is Charizard, so why don't I make a dragon that is partially based out of a Charizard? So, again, I did model everything from scratch because my favorite part is the texturing, which I use Substance for all of this. Yeah, I love Substance. I don't really do that many technical or fancy things, but I did add a randomized button so that you can create just a random looking dragon just with one toggle. It's like that. Just quickly test all of the features that it has without you having to just go and tediously pick them all apart one by one. So I use Blender for my models and stuff, and like I said, I use Substance for the textures, and well, I can show you a little bit of all the different like individual stuff that it has, like the wings, the toggle. It also has a lot of fluff, like you can see the whiskers, the horns, fangs, like basically just a lot of fluff. And let me remove them. Or you can just have it without anything, like that. Let's take a bad right. I also added a couple different skins. This one is my favorite personally. And again, you do saturation as well, like that. And you also have a hue. Just careful not to, blindside you with the colors. And again, I think my favorite part is just the randomizing feature, because, I really like getting bases and stuff, but the one thing that it's a little bit tedious is when you have a base with so many features and you have to individually test them and stuff, and I figure why not add just one single button to kind of give you a rundown of all you can do. And then very quickly, the other thing that I wanted to show would be, this was for a commission. Again, I made it all from scratch, and obviously based out of a protogen, but a pretty nice looking protogen. I really liked it. And I have a bit of a problem making armatures or armors, but this one has this really cool toggle for the armor. And it also has for the mouth as well. They all have expressions too, like I like adding expressions to all my stuff. And it also has so the wings. They also have audio link, so it like very, very flashy when you do the audio link stuff. And the last thing that it has is a shield like that you can open and close and rotate, because apparently the character can use it like a sword or like a weapon, so you can just hit people with it.
By the way, there is audio link in the world if you want to show it.
Oh, is there? Sure.
It is on right now. I can see it on myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go then. I just wasn't hearing anything. Well, let me...
Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of quiet.
It's basically a muted
go
track
here,
to just test it or show it off. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Well, this was my very first model that I ever tried doing audio link with, because I didn't really know about this stuff. But, well...
That's good.
It's very flashy, so I gotta be careful not to, not to blind people with it. Yeah, and that's what I wanted to show today. It's my first time, so I was a bit nervous. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you, though. Thank you. Have a good one.
Do you sculpt your
Real
stuff?
good.
Do you sculpt your stuff, or is it like all modeling?
I mostly use box modeling, but I do sculpting just to smooth out surfaces at the end, but it's mostly box modeling, yeah.
Excellent little creatures, amazing little beasts. Should look good. Next up is speed. Oh.
Hey, hello. So apologies because I'm a little bit sick, so I'm on about half energy. So you're getting the like neutral speed right now, which never exists because half the time I'm on speed. I swear. Not. Don't take that to court. Anyway. Yeah. So I figured I figured I'd show off a few things I've been working on, and I was gonna come here earlier. Sorry for bombing in a bit, but I know Pargwin, you wanted to show something off to me. I'll just do it later. But sorry about all that. I feel like there's a bit of a legacy when it comes to Peep and me making stupid shit, and when it comes to you're gonna like this one. Shock Turtle wanted me. It was his birthday. I had to. I had to. I swear this is real. It's not a wig or anything. You know, we've had a collaboration in the business. Anyway, this is just the Color Brothers you might have seen us messing around with. It's still got this thing which... Oh, no, it does not have the Pictoflip on it. I'm sorry, I guess I messed that up. Well, it does not have that, but it's got the saturation and things, so if you really want to do all that stuff, it's the same thing, really. But just a rehash of this stupid... amazing model. I've got some actual stuff to show off here. So, in the time between both Avatar Roundups, I've been trying to work on a bit more commissionary things because I've got this whole log of Mystery Dungeon commissions to do. And one of them was actually really interesting. Basic Lucario, right? But I figured I'd take a break from working with someone's, I was doing a bunch of Charmeleons, and I'm like, okay, I'll have one to intervene. And then one of my friends was like, hey, this guy's working on... My partner Nari's working on a whole thing for he's making a whole Mystery Dungeon world, and this is Furrow. This is Lucario, and he was doing a lot of coding and stuff for the actual world, working on the Unod stuff. And, that's why my expressions are not on. There's a lot on this model, and there's a lot I tried messing around with when it comes to Pokemon. And Lucario's got Aura, right? So he actually had a really cool idea, Furrow did. And one of them was, hey, let's have Aura just kind of emit like it's from Smash Bros. So as you increase this little percentage here, there's a little radial that's like, hey, you can have Aura on the arms, but that's kind of cliche. Because you always see it in the arms. He's about to punch somebody. What if you're just walking around? And I'm going to walk around here because I forgot I don't have full body on because I'm sick. Anyway, if I walk around here, it should kind of... do a bit of walking, stomping. I could put on full body for that, but that would take too long to set up. The idea is that whenever you take a step, Aura emits at your feet, and that worked out really well. I like it. There's also something else I took into consideration where I'm like, if I'm setting up colliders for the feet to touch the ground, don't Pokemon make that sound when they're walking in the show? So I tried something out with this, where now I make a little bit of a walking sound. Just a little toggle.
Ooh.
Something I just found interesting there. There's also moves, basic stuff. Oh, there's one that's really cool. There's one move I want to show off. It doesn't get a bit flashy, but if you... Peep, I need you to attack me. I'm going to put my counter up, right? Okay, colliders are broken in here, I forgot. Hang on. Does everything collide? Yep. With the... Oh! There you go. Ow! Basically, I was trying to do double team from, it's the one specifically from Smash Bros. Ult, where you put your counter up and all of a sudden it's like a Fire Emblem kind of thing. Like, counter, someone hits you, and you go take the counter down if you don't want it on constantly. Like, basic gabagoo like that. I'm getting so nervous, but I think it's my sickness just hitting me. I'm never this nervous in stage, I swear. But aside from that, he wanted a lot of TF2 stuff. So we've got he got some Wanderer's wear. So this is normally an outfit for Pyro. He's also got a crowbar. This one's from Boneworks, and one from Half-Life, which I guess I've got the
Gordon
icon for.
Freeman, I presume.
Gordon Freeman, yes. Yes. And also, as it's TF2, we just had to get this. And so he wanted some interchangeable photos, and I put a placeholder. I don't know how I have this thing, but I know I concocted it like years ago. It's just like yummy, tasty water beverage, yum yum. I don't know when I made this, but I love it. There's goofy stuff. I also got the other stuff I add, like the face poppet, and then Lucario's little sounds when I have the Mystery Dungeon text on, or Pokemon talk, I mean. Where's that?
What? Oh, the ears. Now you can't understand me.
Oh yeah, the ears.
Mess up. We gotta go ball.
Oh, Mr.
Look at your ears.
Oh. Yeah, your ears vanish.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh Jesus.
It vanished?
He's a rabbit. Look at the camera.
Oh.
You looking?
I like how we can still hear him in the distance.
I think I know why. Yeah, so that's the talking system kind of stuff. It's based off, well, the idea was based off Jet Dog's thing, and I had to use this for reference, but I tried reverse engineering it myself, like stupid. I should have just picking his, been like, okay, this is how you do it. But I tried figuring it out for myself, because he had this really cool fuzzy worm on a string that would like talk to each other, and how he does it, right, is, or how I do it. Not how he does it, because I don't know that, but how I do it. So, take the head bone, stuff it below the map, like as far as you can go. And then that's about it. You have to make a fake head bone, and consequentially, a fake head bone to say, hey, I need fake ear bones, I need fake, like, whatever these are, dreads, they're just called feelers, I don't know, but fake bones for all that, and then you need to constrain them with an armature. So when you're messing with all that kind of stuff, you're ducking the head below the map. The reason the ears are going ballistic is probably because I forgot the constraints for that in some case. So I'll have to issue a patch and fix that. Thanks for catching that. I never caught that myself. Aside from that, I got two more to show off actually, if anything. I'll show up the. Yeah, sure. It's just it kind of looks like the one from Half-Life. Let me turn off the face poppet. Hang on, there you go. It's just a crowbar. I think I just got this off Models Resource. And he wanted these like TF2 weapon trails, but as far as I can tell, it's a mod. So I don't think it's actually like part of the game at all. I think it's just the mod thing. And then yeah, that's about it. A bunch of cool, typical Mystery Engine stuff I'm doing. This one's interesting, and I've yet to actually test it out, but apparently Passion says it's fine. So I'm canonically 6'4". Let me just adjust that, right? So she's not gigantic. Now I'm about, the regular height of a weasel, and this is the first buoy I worked on. Pretty cool. And decided to add bubble to it, so squirt some bubbles and stuff, do like absolutely nothing, except fire types hate me or something. And then you've got... Alright, gotcha. So the hat, you take out the hat, and you can throw it around between your hands. Just toss it. It's a regular kind of tossing system I have on everything, but it's just modified to work with the hat. Took a bit to set up there. Something else I tried adding is because the reference called for these like paws. They wanted like a different kind of paw. They turned out pretty well, and I'm not sure if I like this or not, but I'd imagine if Weasel were to have these, they'd probably be like black. There's also, I gave him a gun, or her a gun. So if you couldn't think that something cute could be lethal, be warned. Anyway. So I've been told that the fanning the hammer works on this, but you could just... And there's actually 6 bullets in here, but... Okay. You reload it. Trigger again to... There you go.
Who gave this pal a gun?
Anyway, that works fine. I honestly just wanted to test that. They also have a gigantic axe for no reason. Let me turn off the revolver.
Does that help it?
The revolver. Hang on, the revolver's still on. Oh. I need to bug test my things, don't I?
It's a feature.
Man. Okay. No, it's broken, man. I've been a bit too busy and haven't been able to get into VR as of late. But one more thing I want to show off. So there's this Dragonite model that a lot of people use, and because it was Dragonite Day one day, it was recently, I decided to revamp him and just redo the model ultimately. Let me run a reset. It's probably a bit weird, but there's a few things I tried doing with the model. Just whenever I make some update to something, I try to do something experimental. And from what I've seen, actually, at this day, one of my friends really does like your stuff, and they rave about how you do all like the fizz bones and things. And he took that dragon base of yours and he added like this kind of squish to the belly, and I'm like, that's kind of smart. it was interesting because I'm like, how do you do that? And I figured Dragonite being big fella, right? It's like everyone's like, oh, he's just friend shaped. Everyone want to give him a hug, but like you just become encumbered by this thing. Like, so I tried making tab says experimental stuff. I have like literally in brackets, please don't be weird with this, mad face. We also got like these belly bone kind of things that just squish down. So the idea is if you were to hug him, it just kind of does that. That's about it. He's also a punching bag. That too. There's stuff like that. And I finally added moves to him after teasing it for about 2 years. So Dragon Breath. And we got Protect as well, as every Pokemon seems to have. And then Dragon Pulse as well, but you can check that one out on your own.
Self-destruct!
All the outfits that he had before. No. All the outfits he had before. And then, well, as well as the, I think this works. Hey, it does! I had to reconfigure all this. And then, Christmas thing too, if this works, it does! I'm sorry, I'm testing this stuff out now, because I've yet to... I work on things and I don't test them out, but... That's about it for me. Oh, also, actually, one last thing. A lot of people are starting to add hue, saturation, brightness sliders to things, and Dragonite actually works really well with one. If you want to make like a little custom kind of character with them, even the shiny mode works too. And I figured it'd actually help propel some ideas with commissions, because people are like, oh, I want this really cool thing, and I'm like, how do you want it? Tell me how. And they just kind of jumble around some ideas, and I have to break it down what they want, sometimes with commissions, and I figured this would help out for some people that want like a custom Dragonite or something. I might do that with Weasel, might do that with the Charmeleon and stuff. Just add that on. I'm rocking Excess Tune, or if not, when I'm rocking Excess Tune, I'm rocking Morio's Tune, which is a good shader peep. You might want to check that one out. It's a modified Xyxes, and they just have hue, saturation, lightness, and just everything you could want, except they are, like, when you modify one of those values, it does modify every attached mesh too. Unless you have like a hue mask. Unless the materials are just straight up different. Like a different shader overall. But that's all. Yay.
Right. Good work, Speed. Good work, Speed. You done me good. Next up is VRP, if they're here.
Yo, that's me. Alright.
That's you, buddy. Get on the stage, man.
Thank you. Yo, what's up, everybody? I hope you're all having a skibbity Saturday. I just wanted to show you one Devin on Fleek Liddy that I've been working on it. I find it kind of bussin'. And let me show you the thing. Is there a camera that I can use to project? Oh.
You mean this?
This one, thank you. So, if you have known me for a while, you know that I basically spent the past 2 years teaching this language called Tokipona to people in VRChat. And this is the public avatar that has the dictionary, a lot of learning resources, and all sorts of things on that. So anybody can clone it at any time. But I just recently added a new thing to this avatar, and I'm pretty proud of it. So let me show it to you. What's up? So, yeah. There, wait, can you see the... Okay, so here's the dictionary, and you can change it. So yeah, Tokipona's got this fun little writing system, and it's got all the definitions in English, all the definitions in Japanese, and yeah, that's been around for a while though. And my most recent thing I added is this thing called Kute Mute, which is a new zine I'm working on where I write about stuff that happens in VRChat. And so basically, this is an article about virtual market. I started working on this project like a year ago. It's a little out of date, but it's finally done. And we got the table of contents and all that fun stuff. This whole magazine's in Tokipona, so it's kind of like a little treat if you spent the time to learn the language. Now, here's another fun thing to do with it. We got the an article about like maps that people have made for language community stuff. Cover story, what it's like to do virtual market. And then there's an article about Shaderception, which is a world that Pema made that lets you do live coding in VRChat, and you can like teach classes and watch what the teacher does and code share and all that. And then finally, the final page page, which is Torneco's Real Talk, where I just talk about a bunch of stuff that I've been thinking about, and then the final word, and then that's it. So, okute mute, let's go. But anyway, that's pretty much it. What's up? Yeah.
I'm trying to learn that stuff. If you may turn your cloning on so that I may show them this brilliant
Oh yeah.
model of yours.
Oh, is it still not on? I thought I turned it on. Maybe if I switch in and out of it.
Chat's being weird.
Do you by any chance have the option on that automatically turns it on? Oh.
Conclusions, ain't he? Oh,
He's dead! No! Blood is on our hands! What have I done?
Can we bury him?
What have you done?
I'm gonna get out of here! I'm gonna oh, never mind.
Feel free. But anyway, that's all I had to show. Thank you. Oh yeah. Heck yeah.
Save that for later.
Yep.
Surprise tool to help us later.
Blah. Oh, wait. These objects don't show up in the thing. Oh, I can't blind the camera. No fun. Right. Let me check the list. Make sure that's last. And yeah. Last person, as I said, we would be moving back to you. Now's your time, my good man.
Get over there.
I'm getting over there. Alright, so I also model shit from scratch, and this is like a thing I finished recently. He has some toggles, such as sunglasses and other things I'm not sure I actually can show off because it's a bit suggestive. Yeah, whatever. But I'll just show off what I have from the bottom of my list. So, give it load in. Right, so first on the list is Rocket Metal from Sonic the Fighters. I modeled him like ages ago, and I gave him like moves from not Sonic the Fighters. It's from Tekken. Yeah. He also got hit collision, so if you come over here, nerd, come over here. Right, so I can like punch people. And he also comes with something horrible that I had the idea to do for some reason. Alright, enough of that.
That's a classic.
Alright, next up will be, I'm probably going too fast, but whatever. It's my first time doing this and I'm a bit nervous. This avatar, he didn't take that long to model, and he doesn't do too much exciting things aside from like a thing on his face you can interact with. Come over here and kick me in my face, please. I think you should be able to kick him in the face.
No.
Oh, it's my radiator.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we can't see. You're in the way.
Can you do that again?
Broke the camera. I think we're gonna need to censor this. It's like a Senor Pello bit. That would be like one frame of the screen.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Next, like, I don't think he does anything else aside from that. Well, I guess you can turn off the limbs, like, as in, like, turn them into fist bones. So they just waggle. Not that optimized, but whatever. If VRChat says it isn't, then who am I to fucking say no? Next up is Mechasonic, based on the recent comic series from IDW, where they covered like what happened to Mechasonic after Sonic 3, and he has a super form where he just turns yellow, of course, and of course hue shift. And the way I did the eyes is that there's a receiver that's and a sender like that's on my eye, and it's going like from right to left, and there's one part that's like in the middle of it. That's yeah, I'm bad at explaining when I'm under pressure, but it's done through shader animation and receivers and contacts. It was a bit finicky to set up, but it works well now for being like left to right eye tracking. And next up, this thing. So, this is the beam katana from No More Heroes that I really want to make for some time, and then I started working on it and I decided I didn't want to make it, but I forced myself to make it. Nerd, come over here so I can beat you up. I got Suyu Shift as well, of course, why not? And you can beat people up, of course. But if you play the game, you know the beam katana actually has a battery to it, and to recharge that battery, you have to shake it. It's a... I think it's because of the frame rate, it's not behaving right. Oh my fucking god.
I hear a sound whenever you shake your hand like that.
I can't hear anything.
Try to look away from everybody when you shake it.
What if I just turn on maximum shield level? Let's see. Oh, I had to see. Right, bear with me. I need to beat you up again, nerd. Right, this time hopefully.
Oh!
And that's how you recharge it. And that's it for me.
Okay. Very nice. Woo.
Finally, the gay sword. Anyway. And with that, I think that's everything. I think that's everything done. Yay! That would conclude the roundup of March. Sorry. It's a bit of dementia. Jeez. We had some real good stuff showing off today. I like to give a shout out to everyone that showed off. He was the star of the show. Get the fucking car on my feet!
No,
You guys really made my day today.
I'm already sick, don't do this to me. I showed my new...
But yeah. Remember, next one, if I remember my dates correctly, the first Saturday of next month falls on the 6th. Kind of a bummer considering this year, last year I think we had April 1st as the Avatar Roundup, which was awesome.
Cool.
That, yeah.
my birthday.
You know what I want about speed. So this would conclude. If you want to see more, communitymeetup.net, etc. Thank you for coming. The roundup is now officially concluded.
Stealing me.
It's time for the after party.
Yeah.
We stay here and we go.
Hey Marino, you're gonna be the end of the stream. What are you gonna do?
Hi, hello, hi,
Okay.
hello. Hello, stream.